Hello, discrete math fans. Let's talk about the circle relation. I say the circle relation. It's a very common relation that we'll run into. We're going to define a relation C from R to R. Remember that this symbol R stands for the set of all real numbers. And the way we're going to define it is for any x comma y that's in R cross R, then the ordered pair x comma y is an element of C means that x squared plus y squared equals 4. Now you should have a sense of why we're calling this a circle relation. You know that this thing right here, if you graph it in the Cartesian plane, you get a circle, radius 2, centered at the origin. All right, so here's some questions that I'd like to ask. Is 1 comma 0 an element of C? Is 0 related to 0? Is 1 comma negative square root of 3 an element of C? And then what are the domain and codomain of C? And instead of drawing an arrow diagram, this time we'll draw a graph of the relation. We'll plot points in the Cartesian plane. Okay, we can answer these questions. 1 comma 0 is not an element of C because 1 squared plus 0 squared is not equal to 4. Similarly, I can say that 0 is not related to 0 because 0 squared plus 0 squared is not equal to 4. And then finally, for part A, 1 comma negative square root of 3 is an element of C because 1 squared plus negative square root of 3 quantity squared is equal to 4. For part B, I can just say that the domain and codomain of C are a set of real numbers. Now, those sets are infinite. There's infinitely many real numbers, so it's completely impractical, or maybe even impossible, to draw an arrow diagram. So instead, we'll draw a graph. So you get a picture that looks like this. So now, you should be thinking of those questions that asked, are these numbers related to these numbers? Is this ordered pair in the relation? What you're really asking is, are those values on the graph? So 1 comma negative square root of 3 is on the graph of this thing, whereas 1 comma 0 is not. Okay, that's all for now.